we start off every episode with a breakdown of a movie or TV show, and in honor of the great epic that is Star Wars being released this month, we're gonna break down all the previous Star Wars and talk about that and nerd out for a little bit. So I don't know what you guys are thinking about Star Wars, but I'm gonna preface this with saying I have the Jedi Order symbol tattooed right here on my shoulder.
Oh, that's awesome.
And on my fingers, I have Luke's lightsaber and Vader's lightsaber. So when I go choo choo choo, I can fuck them together, make them play.
I feel like you should have had him. You have Luke Skywalker on your middle finger. You should have had that one.
I didn't think that through. I should have, because then I could do that. Yeah. But I kind of, I do like the peace sign like this a lot.
Fair enough.
So that one's the first and foremost. Like, Luke's in front, Vader's in the back.
Fair enough.
Oh my lord.
Sounds like terrible sexual positions. You're kind of a fucking pervert. I want to play with both their fucking lightsabers. One's in front, one's in back. Man. I'll show you. I don't think y'all want him at y'all D&D game. That's all I'm saying. He wants some dick in back door.
Well, they're listening to this and they're not able to see the hand gestures that I'm making. The tattoos are on the side of my middle finger and my index finger for all those listening.
Yes.
So I can, finger bang people. There you go.
Okay. And that's the
You're
kind
giving
of
them
show
the
we have
Force. It's
today.
okay. I think that's a positive thing.
The Force.
I'm pretty sure that's part of the Jedi code.
Yes.
The Force is strong in this one.
All right. So when was the first time you watched Star Wars? Like the first original movies or whatever. What are your thoughts?
Right after I watched Alien.
Okay.
So
That's
my first foray into like science fiction was the Alien movie. Actually, Alien specifically. And but after that, then I went to Star Wars and I was like, this is way more acceptable for me to watch. Yeah.
How old were you when you watched Alien?
I was really young. I was like 6 or 7.
That's terrifying.
Really young. Yeah, I had no idea what was going on.
Did it scare you? Was that like?
Oh yeah. I had nightmares. I've had nightmares since I was a kid of face huggers just crawling through the house and me not being able to find them.
Oh wow.
But hearing them, they have this little like click sound.
It's such a creepy sound. And
So hold on. So you're telling me first you saw the Aliens movie and you're like, I'm down with these space movies. Let's move on.
Yeah.
And so that's what happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. So that was your first encounter, literally. with space movies.
And then I discovered Star Wars, and I was like, oh man, these guys don't die. At least in the way that everyone else does.
Well, they die, but without blood.
Yes.
There's less blood. In
Not
Star
horribly.
Wars, yeah.
Violently.
Well, I mean, there's less things that give that cause the blood, like the
I don't know. Now that
the
I'm,
main Jedi weapon, the lightsaber, cauterizes wounds. Before.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, it looks like those beams can do some fucking damage. All right, I'm sorry, those guns that just shoot out lasers. Like, what happens when they touch your body? It's a fucking wrap. Oh really? It just.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what? That's.
If you can even manage to get hit.
Can you imagine like what it would feel like? All of your muscles in that area contracting so hard that like it just rips off. Like imagine if like that actual like that laser beam hitting you, just like melting you on the inside because it causes your body to convulse so violently.
Shit.
It'd be kind of scary, dude. Like, I thought lightsabers, the first time I was afraid of the lightsaber was when they stuck it into the door and it melted. Like, oh, dude.
Yeah.
Because I saw Phantom Menace pretty early. Yeah.
That wasn't the first one you saw, was it?
No.
Okay.
No. I saw the original one first.
Well, what is your of the 3 originals? What are your thoughts of favorites?
Clone Wars.
No, not
I'm just kidding. Everybody in here just glared at me. Like, you gotta be kidding me. No. The first Empire Strikes Back for sure. I loved all the Hoth stuff. I loved all of the cold. I hate the cold, so it just made me feel like they really meant what they were fighting for.
They pushed the limits in that one.
They really pushed the limits,
dude. And they had some of the best one-liners in that one. Some of the best.
What was your favorite one?
I love you. I know. For sure.
Isn't that a normal thing in relationships though? Like, I love you. I know.
Yeah, but it was never
That
communicated on screen, I don't think, before. Not maybe, but not to that epic moment, like of that degree, you know? And I think
he was very roguish in that moment.
Yes.
When he said that to her.
Very much. By the way, my nickname is Rogue, and I got down the nickname years ago, like 5 years ago, from friends. They just started calling me Rogue, and I actually Believe it or not,
Isn't that your rap name?
yeah. So everybody out there listening, if you want, you can pull up my rap mixtape on YouTube under Rogue, and it's called "This Is Who I Am." So if
How do
go
you spell
type
it?
in
How do you spell it?
ROGUE.
Oh,
You just put Rogue Tampa Bay. So
No,
from
like
Tampa.
ROWG. That's kind of hard. ROWG.
Like, I row my Gog. All right.
With the entrance, like, I'm
Yes,
such a Star Wars fan, obviously with the name Rogue and everything, but the whole first track on the song is the opening credit music for Star Wars, and it's a
Is it a beat?
narration. Yeah, there's beats, dude. You listen to. I can't believe I've never shown you this before.
No, dude, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is the Star Wars instrumental like your beat?
No. It's
that
like
should be some hard shit.
it's an intro to the album, so it's like it's basically like if you're reading the opening credit rolling sequence.
Exactly.
Anyways, I'm not here to talk about that, bro. We're here to talk about Star Wars. So,
I want to hear this beat.
well, like I said, go to YouTube, check out Rogue Tampa Bay. Over there.
Oh shit!
We're waiting for him to start, ripping it out.
Hey, which one was the one with the Ewoks? Was that Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
That was my favorite one. That was the shit with the fucking speed bikes and all. My shit went through the woods, nigga. Like, oh, my shit.
Well,
Yeah,
hold on.
shit.
How about this, right? So with me, I was never really into Star Wars at all, right?
Get him out of here.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
You know, but what happened was during I forget when it was, maybe late '90s, early 2000s, they re-released all of them in the movie theaters.
remember that.
Before they start putting out the new three,
Yeah,
before
with the
they
added
start putting in
content.
the 1, 2, 3 ones. Remember, right? So that's my first time me seeing. So the first time me seeing Star Wars
Was in theaters?
Was in theaters.
Wow,
So
nice.
I've seen all the Star Wars, all of them, in
How
the theater.
old are you?
We're keeping this on the wall.
He's somewhere from 20 to 40. We're not sure.
Oh, right. All
But,
right.
but no, but I saw the re-releases in the theaters. Come on,
Okay,
you know,
okay,
I see the originals. in
He's
the
like,
theaters.
let me be more
Relax,
specific.
come on.
I saw episode
No, I,
1, 2,
I
and
remember that. That was a big deal
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
re-released
What do you-
it.
Yo, dude, it was like they had. I know that they had the first one out, then 2 months later, the second one came out. Then 2 months later, the third one came out, and then they wait for the Phantom Menace to come out, right?
Back, yeah.
But the thing is about that is the reason why I don't really have a favorite of those is because to me I saw them so rapidly that they all feel like this one
Right?
body
They all
of
did,
work.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where I can't.
Everybody
really
hates the
pinpoint that.
or not the originals, the 1, 2, and 3, the new ones. I liked them.
You know,
There's
they
a
were-
lot to
I like
like
'em.
in them, I think.
For
as a
sure.
fan.
And George Lucas wrote and directed all three of those, whereas he just directed only A New Hope. And he got other directors to do Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So as a fan, you're like, why wouldn't you go straight to the source? And yeah, there's a lot of the theories, there's some cheesiness about it, but everybody hates on Jar Jar. But one of my favorite theories about Jar Jar is
that he's- yeah.
Secret Sith, and it's like Drunken Master fighting style and stuff. I love that. It was like, all right, cool. You can play with that and go with it.
Man, that would have been a really huge twist. Unfortunately, he was so not well received that they will probably kill that idea. They killed that idea immediately. If that was even a thing, it's gone.
Yeah, 100%.
But Phantom Menace is that one where they have that scene where they're flying with those rocket jets, right? And the kid,
pod-
the kid is
the
driving.
pod
Yeah,
racing.
that's
Oh,
one
man,
of
the pod racing.
Yeah, that's one of the best Star Wars scenes. I think. I love that whole race and shit.
There was
That,
lots of,
it was dope.
I mean, the fight, I still think that probably that fight between Darth Maul
And Qui-Gon
Qui-Gon
and
and Obi-Wan and the Duel of Fates, the operatic that plays behind them
I
as
don't
they
know why.
fight.
I don't know why everybody hates on it so much because that was such a memorable moment. Sorry,
I
spoilers.
tell you why. Because people like 3-pointers and dunks, and his last 3 movies was 3-pointers and dunks. That's why they put him out first. And his first one was the story and the love stories and the understanding. There's a lot of talking and time and calm.
Yeah.
And people, you know what, they gotta think. And they don't like all that thing. It's like watching Dragon Ball Z. You gotta watch for 6 fucking months to see one fight that lasts for 3 days though. That shit lit. And then, all right, now I gotta wait till fucking next June to see the next fucking fight. And you know, so it's one of those things.
yeah.
The average marketing to an American group, that's why it was even better that they did come out later. So the true junkies, they're like, yo, 1, 2, or 3 was the shit, son. But to the average fan, it's like, no, man, not enough 3s and dunks, dog. Not enough 3s and dunks.
Fair enough. That's I feel like that's a pretty good. I think a lot of people didn't like the fact that they went to basically all CGI in the 1, 2, and 3. As far as the new one goes, I really loved the new one. That they
I did
released.
too. A lot of people were like, "Oh, you're doing the same thing," and
But
I'm
it was
like,
we wanted that.
Yes.
We wanted that.
"Thank you, JJ."
Yes.
JJ, I see
Hold
you,
on,
brother.
the one that came out last summer, that was last winter when Christmas.
It was
that
2
was
years
like
ago. Force Awakens.
Oh, I was talking about the one that came out
Rogue One?
when they were like in the water.
Rogue
that
One?
shit was hard,
Dude.
I think that's one. That's maybe one of my personal favorite ones. Actually, that shit was hard.
I agree.
I liked that they didn't make the main gal a Jedi. You know, they were playing with like her parents being Jedi and like that maybe she has the Force somewhere, but they were like at like right before they released it, they just said no, like take it out, like switch it because it didn't make sense. Like they wanted a human story, not a Jedi story in the Rogue One, and I loved the way that they ended that one. If you guys haven't seen it,
Yeah, dude, it was a great like standalone Star Wars film. So
Whatever. We'll just announce spoilers right now. If you haven't seen Rogue One, just pause, go watch Rogue One, and come back and listen
then
to
come
this.
back. Yeah.
Because the ending is one of my favorite aspects. The beginning and the end. Because in the beginning, Diego Luna's character goes and just, he's like, the guy is like, oh my God, I'm going to get found out by the Empire or whatever. And he's like, don't worry, it's okay. And it just shoots him in the back and kills him right off the bat. And I'm like, that sets the tone for the whole movie.
It
like,
shows the rebels in a different light than we'd ever seen them in any previous movie.
They're truly rebels doing guerrilla warfare and doing like whatever the fuck it takes to make, to get their, accomplish their mission. And then the ending where, everybody dies, they sacrifice themselves, or, don't really sacrifice
that's the
themselves.
only movie I've
but-
ever seen where that's the case.
Well, no.
Yeah.
So have you seen? So it reminded me of the ending to. Have you guys seen the movie The Mist?
Oh my God.
Yes, of
I
course.
have.
You know how that movie ends, where it's just
That's rough.
Yeah, and I was like, that was the closest thing to like Star Wars movies taking the Mist direction, where they just like really messed up ending, where you're like, oh, we knew that this was coming, like we knew that this would have to happen. But they did a great thing and they saved everybody.
It was. Whoa. It took me back.
But we knew that was coming. We knew that, like in the original Star Wars movies, they talk about how they got the plans and that everybody died.
Yeah, everyone died. And it's what's interesting from a storytelling perspective, and now that we're in spoiler territory, they all die. The first
They all die.
The
Sorry,
first
guys.
death is the comic relief, is the droid, is the robot. And I think that's very interesting. It's like when like when you kill your comic relief first on your crew, it's like the audience kind of takes a tonal shift in the movie, and everyone's like, oh wait. At that point, I knew was like, oh yeah, okay, everyone's gonna die. I wasn't sure at first, but then when they killed the comic relief first, I was like, oh wow, this just went dark.
Left field.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, it was great comic relief. I love that character. It's my favorite droid. I think.
Alan Tudyk is a great voice actor of Firefly fame and a few other things. He played Sonny as well in iRobot with Will Smith all those years ago.
Oh,
he was
shit.
the voice of the
wow.
mocap actor for iRobot.
iRobot is a company that makes Roombas.
Yes, I've always seen them. I'm always like,
And I just saw an ad on online yesterday, and I was like, why did they call it iRobot?
Of all the names.
We all
shit,
know
but-
this ends badly.
Exactly.
It's like, do you want to clean your house without having to move a finger, lift a finger? It's like, do you have a cat? Get an iRobot. Like, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. But yeah, I loved that they took him out immediately, because the comedic relief, because it does change the tone of the entire the rest of the film.
Yeah, from there on out, it's a real struggle. It's not like because Star Wars, even though when intense universe-ending stuff is going on, it kind of has sometimes like a lighthearted tone because it's an adventure.
You know what I want to see? I want to see more I want to see other genres within Star Wars. I want to see like what happens on the side. I want to
John,
see like.
have you heard about what Rian Johnson wants to do next? He wants to set a new trilogy in the Outer Rim, on the edge of the galaxy far, far away, and do like a story that's devoid of Jedi, devoid of like, and to the point that you were making earlier, how you liked seeing that in Rogue One, that they didn't make her a Jedi.
They
wanted to tell a more
so still like in the same
story.
world of Star Wars, but
Yeah.
but wow.
But
Like,
without,
I want to see
like,
the
magical
Mandalorians.
knights.
I want to see.
Yes.
I want to see them bring Knights of the Old Republic to the screen.
that's
I don't
good
know why
choice.
they haven't done that yet. That was, guys. I got way too attached to the first Knights of the Old Republic.
It was a good game.
I fell in love. My waifu was Bastila, and I'm gonna say that my feelings were real. And
yeah, she was like, I had a Jessica Rabbit level of attraction.
Oh
with her,
yes.
I think,
yeah, it was like, I think it was the British accent. Yeah. Oh my goodness. If you guys have you played Knights of the Old Republic?
No, I haven't. I haven't played it.
So you can download it on your phone now. It's
Really?
It's you can.
It's an
play-
older game.
It's
I'm
an-
playing Star Wars Battlefront right now, but continue.
You like
Well-
it? Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
It's
so
fantastic.
have you played Mass Effect or anything like that?
Yeah.
So it was really the dawn of that type of gaming where you got to really choose your own adventure, and it was set in a Star Wars world.
Oh, I think I had played this. Was it for the computer as well?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, and you had to choose, like if you were gonna be the dark side or the light side, but they didn't always make it obvious what you were gonna do. Sometimes it was like, do you kill the man or do you let him free? But it really messed with me, like especially in the second one of that game, Knights of the Republic 2. There was this moment between like that you take aboard this like old like Sith woman, and she's talking to you, and she's kind of like your mentor, and she's telling you how the Force is, how the Jedi is bad, which I think is what they're playing with the storyline of the new movie, with the Last Jedi. But she goes on to tell you that the Jedi are wrong, and the Jedi are weak, and the Jedi not necessarily weak like, oh, they'll never take over the universe, but just weak people. Like they think that what they're doing is helping, but really it's hurting. There was this moment that really, really bothered me as a kid when there was like this homeless man asked me for money, and I gave him so much. I gave him as much as I possibly could, and she called me an idiot, and she's like, look what you've done. And she like with the Force shows me that this homeless guy that I had just given, like probably here would have been like if I just gave a homeless guy 10 grand, and he ran off, and I'm like, I just did a good thing, I just changed his life. And she's like, look what you've done. And it shows him run out and start buying things and start doing things, and he flaunts it to the few people that he knows, and like all of a sudden he gets stabbed and gets killed for that money that I gave him. And I was like, did you just put this in a video game because I'm affected? And then it's just like, think about what you do and all the consequences of it. And I was like, oh man, am I a Sith now? Oh man, it was bad. It was bad. But I loved that game, and I loved Star Wars. I loved the universe, and there was like what do you call it? A list of people's names that wanted it to be a show on Netflix, which I think would have been really cool. Which, aren't they doing a Star Wars show?
They are.
I'm sure there is one.
there
Come
is
on.
one in the
It's
works right
Netflix.
now.
Crying out.
No, well, Disney is actually building their own platform.
Everybody.
Like, so
Really?
yeah. So like that's why. By the way, if you want to go see Rogue One on Netflix, do it now because all that Disney shit is gonna be pulled off of there real soon.
Or anything Marvel.
Yep.
The same,
Oh, Lord, watch.
Well,
Wow.
they're gonna pull it off there because they're gonna do.
And
that
now
on
anything
platform,
20th Century Fox. So
I know that's
You
that's
go watch
insane.
Alien
I
while you
can't
can.
believe- Yeah, I
So
can't
what they're
believe
gonna-
Ripley's a Disney
that deal.
prison.
So there'll be like a Disney and Netflix, basically.
Pretty
But-
much.
Wow.
So all these studios are doing that now. Like, there's original content that I think Showtime and HBO are even doing that you can only view online. And some things like it wasn't the new Star Trek series that just
Yep.
came out. Wasn't that original?
Like
it
CBS
aired.
streaming.
Yeah, it aired
man.
the first pilot aired on CBS, and then the rest is on their streaming
Interesting.
service.
Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm friends with Doug Jones, and he is amazing, and he plays one of the characters in that show. And
Which one does he play?
He plays the really tall alien.
Oh, okay.
He's so amazing. He
My
does all the creature work. He did the
Yeah, he-
fish guy from
Hellboy, right?
Hellboy. Yeah,
Correct, of Hellboy,
Oh,
yeah.
he's so amazing.
Yeah, in terms of getting in like just full body
Yeah,
makeup and
it is not easy. It is not.
I can only imagine
It takes
how it
hours
affects your performance too. Like
Yeah.
that extra meta level of thinking.
Because you
that
have to worry
have.
about like, am I ripping the suit?
Exactly. That's what I'm
Exactly.
talking. Yeah,
'Cause
I mean,
sometimes it feels like duct tape. Like it is gonna pull off at any second, and like
Yeah.
you're just like, or not even duct tape, Scotch tape. Is that a thing? Is that still a thing? People use?
Yeah, it is.
So here's the question for all you guys: Star Wars or Star Trek?
Oh, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Kind of
We
question
are-
is
we
that?
are-
Thank you, gentlemen.
I think it's honestly a generational thing. Like if you would have asked our parents and their parents, it would have definitely been Star Trek.
Oh yeah, my mom's a
course.
huge Trekkie.
Yeah, but like now with us, I think George really figured out what we wanted as our new generation wanted.
Did you hear, by the way, this was just reported this past week, is Quentin Tarantino
Yes.
Is-
I know.
Oh,
I'm excited.
speaking
for
with
that.
J.J. Abrams about doing the new Star Trek.
What? They're going for it. It's going.
Yeah.
It's 100% going.
Didn't he say he wanted it R-rated though? I
Yes.
read that too.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
R-rated.
can you imagine Tarantino in that world? Like, Jesus Christ. This
Well,
is gonna be awesome.
imagine Star Wars meets The Thing. Imagine if they could do that. No. Imagine if they could do that. how amazing that would be.
But does he want to take the reins and continue to follow Kirk, or does he want to do a new group?
Well,
of
that's
characters?
an interesting. He could do whatever he wants.
I think they're
Probably
letting him do whatever he wants because they had
Tarantino.
planned another Star Trek movie that JJ was going to be producing.
Yeah.
That followed Chris Pine's.
Pine as Kirk.
No, his dad.
Oh,
So it followed Chris
Tiberius-
Hemsworth.
Yeah, Tiberius Kirk.
Yes. So it was all about Tiberius apparently. And I don't know if that's still in development or what they're doing with that, but that was like on the game plan board, on the agenda. And then now with this, I think that JJ probably was like, Tarantino, you want to do this? All right, man. Well, you just do whatever the fuck you want because you're a genius and you're Quentin Tarantino, you know?
Oh man, I'm so that
interesting.
is gonna be an amazing movie if it does happen, which it should. I'm pretty sure. You know, Tarantino said he was only gonna do like 2 more movies.
What?
So the fact he said he's retiring. So like the fact that
Well, from filmmaking. He said he
filmmaking.
wants to do he wants to write a play and he wants to do other shit.
all right, but
Boo!
He's
What the
retiring.
fuck? Yeah, exactly. Boo!
but the fact that one of his last movies he wants to do Star Trek, I think he's gonna do some really crazy
Well,
stuff with it.
I think that's interesting, and it's actually to your point
Whole
that you just made.
nude scenes. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No. Continue.
Somebody is definitely going to fuck an alien.
100%. Well, that's a guarantee.
With a gun.
I'm
With a
really
gun.
bummed that he's picking Star Trek and not doing Mass Effect because I feel like he could have done the best Mass Effect ever.
But he probably grew up watching Star Trek.
True.
Yeah,
true,
he's a
true,
big Star
true.
Trek fan.
Well, because it's what you said, like when you were talking about asking the generations, either us or our parents. And I think at the time that Star Trek came out, it was this amazing science fiction show that also kind of demonstrated what it was like to be human. They talk about a lot of philosophy, a lot of human concepts and human nature on that show. Like they deal with racism, they deal with a lot of issues. So it's interesting that Tarantino wants to do that because like his style of film, I mean, he's very verbose when he talks. He and his characters like to pontificate and talk and discuss things in very interesting ways. So it kind of makes sense, I guess. It's interesting because his characters are
I'm
all.
really curious. I'm really excited for that movie.
I have no idea what
I
it
would
would look
prepay
like.
for that movie. I'd get in line for that. Yeah, no, I'm excited.
That's definitely one you see in theater and you sign up before. And by the way, you guys got plans? You got special plans to go see the Last Jedi?
Yes.
So I found out here in LA, there's a pop-up bar. First of all, there's a cantina, this Scumbag Cantina, which was a pop-up bar, but now
and
it's
Villainy, yeah.
Scum and Villainy. That's right. I'm sorry. And it's a
Cantina.
sorry.
You didn't
Whatever.
calm down, you scumbag.
That's Devin's
Rebel
local dive.
scum. No, but I mean that's where Kevin Smith hosts his Smodcast out of there now, and it's a really good bar. But there's another place. There's a little secret place. I'm gonna tell everybody about this right now. So if you got plans, it's called Dark Side Bar, and is a pop up for here and in New York. So if you guys want, you can go and you can get tickets online, go to their website, and I don't know how much they are, if they're even free. I think it's just kind of like a capacity issue. But the inside is themed like the Death Star. It's all
that's really cool.
red neon. Everybody's in costume. It's dope as fuck. All the drinks are themed like that. I know the one here in LA is a cocktail and sushi place. And you go there, and it's probably, I mean, I've seen photos of it. It can't hold more than, 300 people or something, maybe less. So it's not that big, but I'm going to see the movie with my brother and then going straight to the Dark Side Bar and just geek out on, everything Star
That place
Wars.
is gonna. Good luck getting in.
Yeah.
I already reserved.
You got tickets,
You can go. Yeah, you can go reserve your ticket. So if you go to the website now, like they accept walk-ins during the week, but Friday, Saturdays are so packed now
Gotta
that
be
you
full
have
up
to have.
now
Yeah.
because it's-
So that's the thing.
they
But
d- yeah.
and I know Scum and Villainy is going to do a thing too. That I follow them on Facebook, and they put out like an event. Like you come to the bar, and then we'll all walk to the theater together, and then go see the movie, and then come back, and it'll be an after party. But that event sold out in like a matter of minutes. I saw that post on Facebook, and then I went to go buy it later that afternoon, and they had removed it. It was done. I was like, oh fuck.
Ooh, man. Yeah. No, I mean that's that would
Just make our own bar like that. Just
Yeah, so we're gonna
Decorate our
do
own shit.
pod racing.
Yes.
Okay. But there's instead of pods and
Shopping carts.
there's gonna be nothing, but the racing will still be there. The racing will be getting to my house before you lose parking. And then then like when we get there, we'll just like turn on the TV. Hopefully my power's not out, and we can do stuff.
Yeah, dude, how are you facing with the fires and everything going on?
It's crazy right now.